give some advice and put them on some path to do it. I just think they need to be educated.
There you go.
We're supposed to be talking about police accountability.
Investigate the effectiveness of the Raleigh Police Department practices, policies, and procedures. This board will weigh in and recommend disciplinary action and have subpoena power. So this would be by far the most robust board that's been presented. The second board is the Police Review Board. And this is where the group will make case reviews and recommendations. They're going to review the evidence, and then they're going to recommend case action to the chief of police and also to the city manager. On an annual basis, this board will present a report to city council outlining the trends and actions taken by the board. The unique feature of this board is that there's a community engagement piece. So the police review board will actually go out in the community and share the findings. So if there's one situation that seems to be occurring on a regular basis, the board will go out and make presentations on that. So for those first two options, there's a decision-making process. Obviously we want consensus, but again, if we don't reach consensus, then we're looking at a majority vote with 80% agreement. Recommendations will be presented to the Raleigh Chief of Police, the city manager, and then presented during public meetings. There are two types of recommendations. The level 1 recommendation is simply complaint is substantiated, it's unsubstantiated, there's a policy failure, or there's not enough information to assess. The level 2 recommendation is when there's an action needed to be taken. So if the board disagrees with a disposition that's come from the chief of police, then the board will go ahead and make that recommendation that further action is required. Some significant points to consider. For that first police oversight option, to have disciplinary authority granted to a body outside the city would lead to a repeal of the Civil Service Commission's ability to govern matters of public safety. Full enforcement requires a local act which would need a bill sponsor to sign off of it. Another point is that if information about cases go out, there's a lack of confidentiality, and that could compromise the investigation. And then there would be limited access to investigation materials. In bullet points, we've got the body-worn camera footage. This board would not be able to review that. Other significant points. In order to have disciplinary actions, the North Carolina statute prevents the release of employee personnel data. So this board wouldn't have access unless there's a legislative act. Coordinated discipline would be difficult to achieve if the board is recommending one thing and the chief of police is recommending something else. Limited access to investigation materials because the law currently doesn't allow it. Again, needing a local sponsor in order to do this. And then staff would have limited access to investigate materials because of ongoing internal affairs investigations. So, what are the pros for having a police review board? The number 1 pro is it responds to the community's request for a review board, and it provides an alternative to having an internal affairs process within the police department. Specifically for the Office of Citizen Advocacy, it's full-scale customer service and timely follow-up. In terms of the Citizen Advocacy Office, it's a coordinated process with internal affairs. So it would be a parallel investigation. And this office would track data and release information to the public. So they're constantly tracking data and assessing trends and then providing police technical assistance. So if there's something we're seeing over and over again, then maybe we need to intervene and look at that policy or procedure. The cons. Again, this boards must be approved by North Carolina.
Describe your ideal community.
Oh,
Sure. One where my son or people who look like him can walk down the street without getting stopped and frisked. North Carolina supposedly does not have stop and frisk laws yet, you guys. Stop people like him all the time. Why? Also, police letting us live daily without occupying our neighborhoods, right? That creates crime, not stop crime. And we are the ones who are targeted for it. How about stop targeting black folks for crimes? Stop occupying our neighborhoods. My question is, why are police here when the public feels that they are the ones that are causing the violence on us? Why are they even given input to or about a review board? I feel the police inflict a lot of violence on us, right? So as a community member, I'm saying that I don't feel that police should give their opinions on a community review board.
Could I put this in a question statement, a question format, so I can give this to her?
Sure. This is about accountability for the police.
I think that if there's accountability, not only the officers, I think eventually there's going to be accountability for the citizens that sit on that board with the sensitive material that they have access to, and that it, you know, just like we can't release information, neither can they. And I think it goes both ways. So, I mean, with the growth of the city, I think it's what the public is requesting.
But outside of that, you know, I just would never have.
I think I might need to add into what you're saying, the transparency. Missing some pieces.
Transparency in the education, in the education piece of it.
Transparency in education.
Piece. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Would help. That would help more of an understanding between the community and the police and the police and the community.
The review board, it's not only out of our hands, it's out of the city's hands. You have to have state legislature people approve it, and that takes a long period of time. So the citizen advocacy is the quickest and the fastest to implement right away.
Then he's going to go and get his 4-year degree in
Community center meeting. All the police in the house.